Hey guys, welcome to the stream. It is currently 11 o'clock at night, and we are going to be rocking a really late stream tonight. Normally I go at 7, but life, you know how it is. Alright, so tonight I want to talk about time and how you can stop time. Literally stop this idea of time that eats away at how you operate on a day-to-day basis. So, there's a quote from Buddha that resonated so hard with me when I read it. And it basically was this: the trouble is you think you have time. Now that can actually mean a few things, right? The trouble is you think you have time. That could mean you could have time, you've got plenty of time. You might think that you have plenty of time to accomplish your dreams, to accomplish your goals, but in reality you really don't. You don't know when you're going to be peacing out of this lifetime. You have no idea when you're going to die, right? And that's one interpretation of it. There's another interpretation that I really like. The trouble is you think you have time, the concept of time, when in reality there is no such thing as time, because life is always happening right now, and the idea of the future and the past will crush you. Anytime you're starting to feel even remotely stressed out, even remotely, even a little bit, it's because you aren't fully present. You aren't fully letting go and just enjoying the moment, right? So, for instance, there's another quote that I really like, and this is from the great Lao Tzu. And he said, "Those that are stuck in the past become depressed. Those that are constantly living in the future," again, this is the idea of the future and the idea of the past, "those that are stuck in the future are stressed out and anxious all the time. But those that are truly at peace are living in the now." Now I got a newsflash for you. When you are present, you start realizing that your brain constantly wants to be thinking. It will rip you to what you have to do later. It will rip you into thought, and all thought really is thinking about the future or thinking about the past. It's going to bring you back to both. It'll bring you, your brain, your ego. Your ego literally hates the present moment. It hates life itself. It tries to preserve this identity of itself, and the identity is based off of all the things that you've done in the past. And you can call it your ego, you can call it your coding, but guess what? Either way, your natural state is going to be your mind's going to want to naturally drift to the past, because that's what it knows. That's what its identity, this false sense of self, is based off of. So, the easiest way to come out of the past, because you'll notice when you go to the past, you'll start getting bummed out. You'll start feeling not okay. You'll start getting irritated that right now is not good enough, and you got to go back to the idea of the past to feel happy, but you're never happy there. And the same thing with the future. If you use the idea of the future and the idea of the past correctly, you can allegedly go beyond time itself, and you can use that proactively. So if you use the past to learn the lessons that your journey was meant to teach you, you can extract those lessons and learn from it. And then what you want to do is come back to the present moment. Come back to the now, because in the now is where life is always happening. When you are present and fully where you are, completely okay with what's going on right now, you are incredibly alert, yet relaxed. There's this intense energy inside of you that is just so here and now. But yet you're also calm and relaxed. You're not like overstimulated like when you drink fucking a soda, or maybe you get like hammered, you're just like all over the place. You're overstimulated. And you're also not like high where you're like too relaxed and you're just like, yeah, dude, yes. But you're like, you've got that energy and you're incredibly present and happy with what is going on right now. You're comfortable in your own skin completely. So we want to talk about real quick about the future and the past is your mind is going to want to rip you there. The easiest way back to the present moment. And I urge you to come back to the present moment because guess what? That is where life is always happening. Life is never happening in the future or in the past. Life is always happening now. Even the idea of the future, guess what? Every moment that happened in the past was in the present moment at its natural, real form, if that makes sense. So what you're going to notice is when you're present, there's no stress, there's no anxiety, there's no depression. You're just observing your surroundings. You're feeling, you're not thinking, you're existing in the now. You're existing in the present. You are completely engaged with life itself because life is the present moment. So the easiest way back to the present, this is your secret gateway back to the present moment. It's your breath. And in Eastern religions, on lots of Eastern religions, they've talked about the breath. It's historically been the spiritual anchor to the realm of the present, to the incredible power of the present moment. So, anytime you realize your mind is drifting, or you're getting stressed out at work, thinking about stuff that you got to do later, trying to predict what's going to happen, just stop, relax, and bring your attention to your breath. You will become present. You will be surprised with how just naturally relaxed you are. You'll be surprised with like how your natural self, your highest, most authentic self will just flow out of you. Try it. So I'm going to do a really quick exercise with you guys. So, and this I want to do just as a quick grounding exercise to really give you a taste of what this feels like. So, we're going to take a breath. And what we're going to do is inhale all the way until you can't inhale anymore. And you're going to hold at the top. Ready? So we're going to do that real quick. Hold it. And release. Inhale again. Hold it. And release. Alright, one more time. Inhale. Hold it. And let go. Now you might be thinking about something right now. Or you might even realize how calm and relaxed you feel. How present and how just at natural ease you are with yourself. That's more than likely. Or if you're thinking, that's okay. Just realize that you're thinking right now and then take a breath on your own and just bring 100% of your attention to your breath and feel your breath. And what you'll notice is that you really can't be thinking and simultaneously having your attention on your breath at the same time. So there you go. There's your little secret to the present moment. So enjoy the now and let go. Just completely let go. Because guess what? Most of life you really can't control. And what will happen is this might shock you because this on a day-to-day basis, I have to remind myself of this. But let go and trust that no matter what happens, it's gonna be okay. You're not gonna die. If you're rushing around, just take a breath and just remind yourself it's gonna be cool. Everything's gonna be fine. And in that letting go comes an incredible power, right? Because that power is that almost that faith that you have. Now faith isn't the right word. It's more of a surrendering to the now and trusting yourself, trusting that it's going to be okay, and trusting yourself in the sense that you'll be able to handle whatever happens, and really being in your highest state, which is completely at peace. So no matter what you're doing today or tomorrow, just be where you are 100%. When maybe you're talking to somebody, be there in that conversation 100%. And maybe that looks like active listening. So, and people will see this. People will actually feel it. You'll start to like have this aura. I started really developing this a few years back. Not even a few years back. This is probably back in 2012, 2013. And I had a friend who had seen me when I was like way out of shape and I was just completely unconscious, man, just way up in my head. And he saw me, and it had been a few months, and he was like, dude, you have like this aura, man. And there's almost a natural there's almost like a clarity, almost like a radiance that you'll see in your eyes when you're at peace. Your muscles will relax. You'll think more clearly. You'll be naturally witty when you're in the present moment. I promise. The present has so much power. It's crazy, and your mind is going to hold you back because your mind hates the present moment. It's crazy how this works, but this is really what enlightenment talks about. Is really bringing your attention and really your main purpose in life should be staying in the present, because when you're in the present moment, you can give an intense amount of attention and energy to whatever it is you're doing. Whereas if you're thinking about what you got to do later, or you're thinking about the past, you're not really there. You're almost on autopilot. You're fucking unconscious. You're like asleep. You're like what a lot of people are kind of doing on their day-to-day basis. You'll see people walking around, and you know they're not present. You know they're thinking about stuff. You know they're stuck up here where all this pain and suffering is. But you now know how to tap into the present and live in the present. So I hope that you guys apply this. I hope that this was helpful for you. Thank you for just tuning in and just trying to get some value to better yourself and to get yourself to that next level. And I know that this will help you if you apply it. I know from experience. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, peace.